Hello everyone, Rich Quinones here, a Thursday edition of Q's Cuts, and as always, I appreciate you subscribing, liking, sharing, and commenting on the YouTube channel, Rich Q and Q. As always, don't forget to lock me in 4 to 6 Eastern Time with Back Your Play on AM 1490 Sports Betting Radio. Legit sports talk, opinions, and really sports betting analysis. You don't get it anywhere in this market. So if you're tired of the fluff, keep it locked into AM 1490 Sports Betting Radio, and of course, BYP. All right, put a bow on the Super Bowl. The Rams defeating Cincinnati 23-20. Not an exciting game, not a ton of energy, not a ton of juice. Pretty much a cleanly played game. We did see some of those missed calls. Obviously, the Ramsey play was a big one. Late in the game, PI calls, those were big plays. But when the Rams needed to make a play, when you had Matthew Stafford needing to make a play and hooking up with who? One of the best wide receivers, if not the best wide receiver in the NFL, in Cup, who just basically shook Apple, right? Where did Eli Apple go? I mean, he's hiding somewhere on a rock. But when you're Stafford, you hook up with Cup, you get the job done. Ultimately, defensively, we saw what the Rams were able to do that last series defensively against Cincinnati. I did not like the play calling. Well, I should say this. I have no problem running the ball on 3rd and 1, but you know what? Give it to Joe Mixon, or 2nd and 1. You don't need to take a shot right there. Even though everyone always says 2nd and short, you can take a shot, not where the ball was placed, especially knowing that they have a kicker that can nail it from about 50 plus. I would have ran it as well. Burrow did not play particularly well, to be quite honest. We saw him get pressured all afternoon into the evening long, and then just could not make that 4th down conversion. He's going to learn to see the field more. Cincinnati definitely has to go out and secure and solidify that offensive line. I still think Burrow is an absolute stud. He's a gamer. This kid's going to be an all-pro. He already, in my estimation, is a top 5-6 quarterback in the NFL as we speak. That's how highly I think of him. And then the flip side of it, you get Matthew Stafford. Now, I don't know if your perception, if the narrative changes regarding Matthew Stafford. Didn't have the best game. Obviously, a couple touchdowns, under 300 yards, a couple picks. That's going to happen with Stafford. But toiling all those years with a bad franchise with the Detroit Lions and never winning a playoff game, then having the type of run that he had this year with the Rams, a team that basically said, we're all in. Look, I got to give him credit. He's a likable guy. He made some of the big plays throughout the season. I don't know how you look at a quarterback like Matthew Stafford who finally gets a Super Bowl ring. I think when it's all said and done, the stats, he'll keep compiling them. He's got an opportunity for another ring, and he'll make a strong case to be a Hall of Fame quarterback. Donald, the game wrecker, made the play in the end. We know the Rams are going to run it back with those guys going forward next season. So it should be interesting how it plays out in the NFC. If you are Cincinnati in the AFC, fix that offensive line, and they'll be able to compete. You can't have your quarterback being sacked 50-something odd times in an NFL season. He got beat up in the playoffs. He got beat up in the Super Bowl, but he is a gamer. And I think Cincinnati, even though the AFC is going to be tough, I think they'll be a player, especially in the AFC North next year. All right, so that'll do it for a Thursday edition of Q's Cuts. Don't forget, keep it locked in from 4 to 6 with Back Your Play right here on AM 1490 Sports Betting Radio. And as always, like, subscribe, comment to the YouTube channel, Rich Q and Q.